Early signs of Alzheimer's disease, getting to the bottom of the mystery. Alzheimer's disease is a neurodegenerative disease that gets worse over time and impacts memory, thinking, and daily life. Comprehensive medical tests are the only way to be sure that someone has Alzheimer's. But experts have found subtle signs that may show up in people long before they have full-blown symptoms. Early detection is important for intervention and treatment because it lets doctors help right away, and might slow the disease's progression. Today, we're going to talk about the minor signs of Alzheimer's that may show up before the disease becomes obvious. 1. Memory loss that goes beyond normal aging. Memory loss is the most well-known early sign of Alzheimer's disease. People who are getting older often forget things. But people who are in the early stages of Alzheimer's may have memory loss that lasts for a long time, and makes their daily life very difficult. This can mean forgetting things you just learned, asking the same questions over and over, or using memory aids more than normal. 2. Problems with planning and solving problems. Alzheimer's not only makes it hard to remember things, but it also makes it hard to solve problems and make plans. People in the early stages may find it hard to do things that were easy for them before, like keeping track of their money, following recipes, or making plans. These problems may not be very noticeable at first, but they may get worse over time. Having trouble with everyday tasks. People who are just starting to show signs of Alzheimer's may find it harder and harder to do things they used to easily do. This could be anything from driving to a place you've been before, knowing how to play a game you've played before, or doing your daily chores. This person might need more time and work to finish these tasks, and the output might not be as good as before. 4. Getting mixed up with time and place. Alzheimer's disease often causes people to lose track of time, forget the date or season, and get lost in places they are used to. People who are in the early stages of Alzheimer's may have trouble keeping track of time, and get confused about whether it is morning, evening, yesterday, or today. 5. Changes in how you see things and how you relate to space. Alzheimer's can change the way a person sees things. People in the early stages may have trouble reading, telling the difference between colors or shades, and judging distances. This can make it harder to keep your balance and make you more likely to fall. 6. Problems with finding words and communicating. Not being able to find the right words when talking is another early sign of Alzheimer's. Some people have trouble putting their thoughts into words, may repeat themselves a lot, or may have trouble following and joining in a talk. These problems with communication can make people separate from others and feel frustrated. 7. Changes in your mood and personality. Mood and behavior changes can be early signs of Alzheimer's. People may become more irritable, nervous, or distant. They might have mood swings that aren't like them and lose interest in things they used to enjoy. These changes can put a pressure on relationships, and friends and family often notice. How many years does it take before Alzheimer's starts to show symptoms? Alzheimer's disease can start and get worse at different rates in different people, and it's hard to say for sure how many years it will take before signs show up. Alzheimer's gets worse over time, and the preclinical stage, during which changes are happening in the brain but no signs are seen yet, can last for many years. During this developmental stage, some people may not have any symptoms even though they have a disease. Researchers think that changes in the brain that are linked to Alzheimer's, like the buildup of beta-amyloid plaques and tau tangles, may start years or even decades before cognitive problems become noticeable. Based on some figures, these changes may begin 10 to 20 years before the first clinical symptoms show up. It's important to keep in mind, though, that the path from mild cognitive impairment, MCI, which can happen before Alzheimer's, to the full-blown signs of the disease can be different. Some people may move forward quickly, while others may stay the same or move forward more slowly. Genetics, general health, lifestyle, and other personal traits can change the timeline in different ways each person. Finding and diagnosing Alzheimer's early on is still hard, and work is still being done to make biomarkers and diagnostic tools that are more accurate. It is very important to get regular cognitive tests and keep an eye on changes in your memory and thinking skills, especially if you know you are at risk for Alzheimer's disease or have a family history of it. Individuals who are worried about their cognitive functioning, or who have noticed changes in a loved one should get in touch with a medical worker to receive a full assessment. What are the daily things that are most likely to help you avoid getting Alzheimer's? There isn't a single diet that will guarantee you won't get Alzheimer's, but study shows that some eating habits and food choices may be good for your brain and may even lower your risk of cognitive decline. Here are some food suggestions that are often linked to better brain health and may help avoid Alzheimer's disease. The Mediterranean diet is full of healthy foods like fruits, veggies, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. 1. Olive oil is the main source of fat in this recipe. It focuses on eating fish and chicken and not much red meat. Has a modest amount of dairy, like yogurt and cheese. 2. Omega-3 fatty acids are found in flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, and fatty fish like salmon, trout, and sardines as well as other foods. Omega-3 fatty acids are thought to help reduce inflammation and protect neurons. 3. Foods that are high in antioxidants. Berries like blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries have a lot of antioxidants that may help lower oxidative stress. Many antioxidants can be found in dark leafy greens like spinach and kale as well as colorful veggies. 4. Turmeric and curcumin. Curcumin is found in turmeric, a spice that is often used in curry recipes. It can help reduce inflammation and protect cells from damage. 5. Foods high in vitamin E. Almonds, nuts, seeds, and veggie oils are all good sources of vitamin E, which is an antioxidant. 6. Whole grains. Foods like whole wheat, quinoa, and brown rice are good for you because they have complex carbs and fiber. 7. Low glycemic index foods. Whole grains, beans, and other foods with a low glycemic index can help keep blood sugar levels in check. 8. Cutting back on added sugars and processed foods. Diets high in added sugars and processed foods have been linked to a higher chance of cognitive decline. 10. Healthy fats. Nuts, beans, avocado, and olive oil are all good sources of healthy fats that help the brain work well overall. It's important to remember that while some eating habits may be linked to a lower chance of cognitive decline, everyone reacts differently to different foods. A healthy lifestyle includes things like regular physical exercise, mental stimulation, enough sleep, and social interaction. All of these things are very important for keeping your brain healthy. Talking to a doctor or certified dietitian before making big changes to your diet or way of life is a good idea, especially if you have specific health concerns or conditions. They can give you advice that is tailored to your specific wants and situation. Recognizing the early signs of Alzheimer's is important for getting help and action right away. Even though these symptoms may be different for different people, if you have more than one of them, you should see a doctor right away. Early evaluation lets people with Alzheimer's get the right treatments, support services, and changes to their lifestyle that can make a big difference in the quality of life for both the person who has Alzheimer's and the people who care for them. Researchers are still learning more about the early stages of Alzheimer's, which gives us hope for better diagnostic tools and more focused treatments in the future. We hope you found the video useful. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to support us. Hope to meet again with new content.